Hello, I'm Amythyst. Welcome to Sage Circle. Today I'm doing pick a pile specifically for people that are single. Full-blown single. Doesn't include hookups and what have you. It's actually like you don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or a gender-neutral lover. Full-time, part-time, whatever. So yeah, I thought it would be good to do this because I myself am single, have been single for a while. It's not that I don't have options, it's just they're not the options that I want. And I do have a twin flame, so I'm in two minds at the moment. What do I do? As with everybody else on a twin flame journey, you need to make decisions sometimes that you're not too sure about which way to step. But that's okay, it doesn't bother me. So yeah, this particular pile, this reading, both these piles I should say, are for people that are single. So I just wanted to show you something. I had bought this deck and it arrived today. It's Under the Roses deck, and I was so surprised. I've had a look online and I couldn't find anything the same. I don't know, I've had a look at images as well online and it just doesn't seem to be the same. But look at this. So they're the back of the cards. Beautiful deck. Look at this. A lady, and then another lady, a gentleman, and another gentleman, a child card, and another child card. Now, I've had a look, honestly. I can't seem to find that this is how the deck's supposed to be. And I think that's cool. I feel really blessed. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, so much for giving me this awkward, odd or unusual deck, if this is what it is, if it's not like everybody else's. If anybody that's watching this has one of these, can you tell me? Just jot a comment down, hey, and let me know. Because I can't seem to find online if that's what it is. But yeah, so basically this could mean something to you. The number 13 or 31. By the way, this is for either pile. 13 or 31 could mean something. 28 or 82 could mean something to you. There's two men here, you might have more than one option. As with the women, there's two women here, you might have more than one option. And 29 or 92. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. I actually got really excited. Over the top excited, of course, but still. Okay, so pick a pile today for singles. First pile is the planets card. Don't mind the brain busters, information on the bottom. And the second pile is the astronaut pile. So, whoops, good old chesty-laroo bumped the thing. Okay, first pile is the planet pile. Now let's see what goes on here. These are pre-shuffled, so are these, and I'll be pulling some cards from the Lucy Cavendish Blessed Bee deck because it's all about blessings. They're blessing cards to help you empower your life, basically. So, single pile, planet pile. Here we go. The locket, right? Remember, I go quiet if I'm channeling. Spirit is saying that you are a romantic at heart, that you have faith and belief in traditional values when it comes to a committed relationship. Now, committed doesn't mean that you're not in a polyamorous situation or you don't have more than one lover or what have you. Just when it comes down to the fundamentals of a relationship, you're quite traditional with things. Or it could just mean you're a romantic at heart. You believe in old school romance, opening the door for somebody if you're a male, or if you're a female, having the door open for you, etc. Also, Spirit is saying, like, remember, this is a pile about who's coming. So what Spirit is saying is that the person that's coming into your life will match this. You might have a locket similar to this and you'll know this is your pile, or you might end up with a locket like this. Somebody's going to give you this locket, or somebody might just look at you from a space of prettiness, like it's a nice gold locket with beautiful little red roses, and somebody might look at you as a person and think, oh, she's gorgeous, she's so intricate, she's so pretty, she's so delicate, she's so what have you, or he, depending on your gender. So that's just a message there. But yeah, it definitely says to me, Spirit is saying that this is about traditional values and love. You love love. You love the idea of love and romance and stuff. Next card. The whip. Okay, slightly a little different to this card, but still doesn't mean you can't be a romantic BDSM queen. So, okay, Spirit is saying that you are quite kinky, or you're quite quirky when it comes to the way you like to have relationships, and that's whoever's coming is either going to get you into this, or if you're not into BDSM, or you're not into trying these new things, roping or shibari, for example, what have you, Spirit is saying that you're going to get the confidence you need if you've never done anything like that before with this new partner that's going to come into your life. Spirit is saying that it's okay to let go. You'll be in a safe space, in a safe environment. Spirit is saying, like, this woman's full of confidence, and this is what this man's going to like about you, whether you know it or not. He might look at you like this. He might look at you as a depiction of this woman who's fiery and feisty and knows what you want and is a go-getter, you know. That's funny. Ghostlands. Whenever I see this card, even though it's not snow, it kind of looks like snow to me in the background, like it's a ghostland. So basically what Spirit's saying is that you've been traditionally single for quite some time now, and you've had a barren space in your life. It's been very solitary when it comes to sharing your life with somebody. Again, this doesn't include hookups or, you know, fuck buddies or what have you, friends with benefits, whatever you like to say. This is like, that's not including that. We're talking your finances, who you eat your dinner with, you know, all those things that come down to being single. You've been single for quite some time, and Spirit is saying, see, that's a clock there. What they're saying is you've done your time, you've done your healing, you've come through quite well through the portal, the ghostlands, and now things are going to shift. So that's good. Sometimes being on your own for a period of time is quite healthy anyway. Next card. Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Whoa, this card is insane. There's almost like a shamanic healer up there, a shaman up there, than eagles. Eagles usually mean spirit, or coming from a bird's eye view, or just, you know, the closest link to spirit. You're highly guided and protected at the moment. There's more wings. I don't know if that's an owl or what down there. Elephants are strength and they're no nonsense, and they have a really good memory. And tigers or cheetahs or what have you, they're very fast animals, you know. So basically and this woman's praying, sorry. So basically what Spirit is saying is that your ancestors are with you. Your family in the spirit realm are with you. They can see that you're ready. They've heard your prayers. They've heard you think to yourself, oh, on my own again, it's a Sunday night, for example. Just whatever your little thoughts are. Remember, words are called spells, or spells are used with words for a reason. So you've been manifesting, and what Spirit is saying is that your ancestral realm, your people, oh, look, that looks like a dolphin up there, is it? No, it's not. It might be. I don't have my glasses on. Spirit is saying that your family have been keeping an eye out on you, and they're saying that you've had to go through this period of solitary living to get you ready for somebody that's coming in. They're actually ushering a person into your life. You will know this person. You will feel them. You will sense them when you're having time with them. You might notice it first, but as you spend a little bit more time around them, you will realize, you know, this might be somebody I could probably spend a bit more time with, other than just every second Thursday or what have you. So what Spirit is saying is that you've done the work. They've heard your prayers. You've been manifesting, and that's really amazing. You're going to get your needs met. They're sending you someone. Sorry, I keep looking at this card because I just think it's so fantastic when family step in. And it's interesting because sometimes you can't talk to certain family that you might live with or live in the same community as or walk the earth with, but your spirit family or your ancestors can hear you loud and clear, and they support you regardless of your decisions. That's beautiful. Okay, so the person coming into your life could be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Libran. Spirit, can you please give me an indication or a month or something for the time frame at the absolute latest cutoff point that this person will enter pile one's life? Just give me a sec, guys. May. Spirit's saying May. So May could be a significant month for you, but Spirit is saying if there would likely be a Libran, a Virgo, or a Taurus, or you are, and that by the end of May, you will most definitely have met them. If you're not dating them steady by then, around the month of May, in the month of May, it'll shift. That'll be the last furthest point from now, May of 2021. That's really nice. And remember, it doesn't matter how you meet them. It doesn't matter if you meet them on a dating site or a hookup site, or, you know, it could be a mechanic, or it could be a guy at the local store that you see at the time. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how you meet them. They're coming in. Don't expect to meet them in a way that you think that you normally would. Okay, so I've selected these cards here as a possible indication as to what career or industry they work in, and as with you, it could be yours as well. So the first one says counselling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. So obviously, you could be a counsellor. See, there's a smaller person there. You could be a counsellor for youth or for children. They could be a youth counsellor. They could be a youth worker. You don't have to be a counsellor, but it's just in that arena. You could be, a medical receptionist. You could be literally a counsellor. You could be a psychologist. You could be studying something like that. Your background could be in that industry when it comes to mental health. So, yeah. And I'm just hearing things. There's so much chatter going on behind me. Okay, Spirit's saying that there's somebody that's questioning, is this going to be a client? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It will not be a client, or you won't be their client. Full stop. Thank you. Next card says artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. Oh, I totally agree with that. Look at this girl. She's beautiful. 2 brunettes so far. Spirit is saying that, okay, obviously they could be very artistic. Now, if they don't work as an artist, if they're not an artist and that's not their job, they might work still in an artistic arena. They might do art therapy. You might be an art therapist. There might be dancing involved. They might be a musician. Whatever it is, it's artistic and creative. They could be studying art at university. You could be an art teacher at a school, something to do with art. You could literally work at an art supply shop. You could work at a paint shop. You could work in a hardware store that works in the area where there's paint, for example. Like, that's how broad the overlay is for this. You will understand what it is when you meet them, when you know. You might know who they are, but I don't actually think you do. I don't think you're aware of who this person is in this pile. But that's not to say it's not somebody you know and they haven't stepped forward yet. So, yeah, beautiful. Okay, next card says study. So reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Okay, so you could be dating soon, or you could be yourself a scholar, a scientist, a professor. You could work at a university. You could work at a school. Anything. Sorry, I just had something come up on my screen. You could be a teacher. You could be a teacher's aide. You could be a disability support officer. Anything to do where it comes with learning and education and study of any way, shape or form. You could be a trainer and assessor even, It just depends. But this could be another indication of the field you work in, they work in, or you might meet them in. Okay, so these are some clarifying cards about what's going on for you between now and, excuse me, the cutoff point May. I'm just going to have a drink. Talking hell fast today. Sometimes I talk really, really fast when I channel and I don't notice till later. Okay, so first card says guidance. Yeah, Spirit is saying that they're guiding you to meet this person. Now, this person could also be a little bit spiritual, a little bit holistic. They could be into yoga. They could meditate. They might be in a corporate industry, but they still might meditate. They might be a Buddhist. Either way, they might be into cards. You might be a reader. You might see it's got a black cat on here, this cauldron. You might be a witch, or you might come from a background. You could be a pagan. This person's family could come from a pagan background. What Spirit is saying is you could go and get a reading. Once you meet this person and you think you might have some sort of an opportunity to have a bit more of a stability, what the fuck? Why can't I get my words out? A bit of a stable scenario with them beyond just a couple of casual hookups or what have you, or just a booty call on a regular. Go and have a reading. That's what Spirit's saying. Go get some advice and find out where it stands. Don't do it to every person that you come into contact with, because that's just unhealthy for your own mindset. But Spirit's saying that you can go and do that and you'll get good information about it. Spirit's also saying, again, they might come from this background. This might be them. They might have grown up like this. Their mother could be a witch. Their aunties might be witches. You just don't know. So, yeah, but guidance. And it's also, you're being guided. Your family got you back. Oztara, incubation. Cool. Oztara. Traditionally, Oztara is Easter time. In Australia, Easter's always around April, but Oztara is in March, 19th and 20th of March, or 19th to 21st of March. And I must say, my birthday is the 19th of March, which is I'm born on Oztara. And that's not unusual or surprising, considering I come from a long line of witches and all that sorts of stuff. I have a niece who's an adult niece as well, and her son is born on Letha. Just ridiculous, So, okay, anyway, incubation. So what Spirit is saying is, again, with the ghost card that you had here, The ghost lands, what Spirit is saying is that you've gone through your growth, you've gone through your incubation, it's all green around you, it's a new dawn basically. The sun is coming out, the sun is shining. You might be, in this card it depicts a person that has no clothes on. It doesn't matter what the gender is, but basically what it's saying is that you have cleansed yourself, you've purified yourself enough, you're back to a clean state, you've healed some wounds, some other relationships or stuff that you've been through, or you've decided, okay, I'm not happy to go and just date random people on the regular now. I actually want to meet somebody, and Spirit is saying you're ready. Oztara, growth, good luck, new beginnings, new life, birth. Next card. It says air. You could be an air sign, they could be an air sign. Imagination. You might meet them in the month of the air sign stuff, but again, Spirit said May. Okay, so imagination. So be creative in your endeavors and be creative with this person. Spirit is saying that this person coming into your life that your family are sending you is very creative. But he's in his head, or she's in her head. There's a lot of masculine energy, regardless of the gender, coming through with this pile. And Spirit is saying that they might be very creative in their head, which might make them seem a little airy sometimes or a little cold. And Spirit's saying, but they have a hell wicked imagination, north, east, south, west. Basically, they could travel, or they have traveled, or you have the opportunity to travel with them, or you could feel like the relationship you have with this person is some sort of a journey, and it will be. Because it's divinely guided by your family. They're sending you this person to help you with some growth in yourself. Doesn't mean it'll be forever. Nothing lasts forever, So, but yeah, and this person's quite imaginative. That they will be a bit of a romantic. The Locket card came out, so you will bring out that romantic side or them in them, or vice versa. They'll be creative with dates and date night and dinners and things. They will have a really good imagination. They'll give you some splendid gifts as well. Okay, respect. All right. Spirit is saying that there will be a level of respect in this relationship that you gain in yourself from this person. This person has a sharp tongue, and sometimes they can appear a little cold, but they will treat you with respect. And in turn, you will gain a newfound respect for yourself. They're not going to pick on you about insignificant things. They will cherish you. They are going to cherish the ground you walk on. They will really, really have a lot of love and respect for you. Now, the L word's a pretty heavy word to throw out sometimes. I'm not saying head over heels, rose-tinted glasses level of love. Not at this stage. Could be. But what Spirit is saying is that they will love you. They will respect you as a person, and you're going to get some growth from that. You're going to get some self-confidence from that. Even if you are a confident person, you'll get some more self-confidence from that, and there'll be some mutual respect in this relationship. Again, you've got candles lit. There's people around you. They're watching over you. They're your ancestors. They're sending you this person. That's a really nice thing to know. So let's pull for pile one some Celtic blessing cards. Oops, that one's just flicked over. That's one. Can we have one more, please, Spirit? Okay, so right. Thank you. And maybe let's do three because I can. Oh, I love these cards, but they're very big for my hands and they feel quite heavy, but I love them. Okay, I'll take that one. Thank you. Okay, so the first card that flicked out was a blessing for the right words. Okay, you might have red hair straight off the bat. They might have red hair. You might meet them in the nighttime. You might feel more comfortable having time with them in the nighttime, But it says a blessing for the right words, and the number is 26. So what Spirit is saying is that you and this person are going to really have a fantastic level of communication. Again, I did mention the partner possibly coming in is likely to be appear a little cold at times, but they're just very up in their head. It doesn't mean they're selfish. They might appear selfish, but they're not. They're just comfortable enough to just be themselves around you, and they do drift. They do drift in their mind. They're very creative. They have a wicked imagination, but this card is representing that you will be able to communicate with them nicely. A blessing for the right words. So it won't necessarily be about argumentative behaviors. It won't be, rah, rah, rah at this person. It'll be communication. It'll be a nice communication. You guys will be able to get things said without any yelling or any nuisances like that. The next card says a blessing of the earth. Wow, look at the tree, people. Beautiful. Again, it's another girl with brown hair. Maybe you have brown hair. Maybe they have brown hair. A blessing of the earth. So what Spirit is saying is that while you have the opportunity to walk the earth in this life, enjoy yourself. You are blessed. You've got all these magical blessings around you. And this person coming into your life is also a blessing. I can actually see this person will have maybe dirty brown coloured hair if it's a male. And he will be between, 5'11" and 6'2" at an absolute stretch. But yeah, he will have sort of sandy brown hair. He might wear a cap, or he did wear a cap when he was younger. You might see a fair few different photos of him with a cap on his head. But yes, and Spirit is saying, and if you're a female inquiring about a female or a male inquiring about a female, Spirit is saying, it's all through the cards, red or brown hair. And it might be long hair too, because all of these cards have long hair. But yeah, you're blessed right now. Acknowledge your blessings, Walk the earth and enjoy it. They might really like outdoor stuff. You might as well. And it says, a blessing on your day. Again, this woman has long hair. Long brown hair. So do all the others. So Spirit is saying that this person, again, she's leaning against a tree, sorry. Spirit is saying that the person coming into your life is really just going to improve your quality of life, your everyday aspects, your outlook on your life, your everyday living scenario. It doesn't mean you'll be living together, but they're just going to improve your life. And in turn, you're going to improve their life. Trees, there's a lot of stability here, a lot of healthy growth. There's some flowers here, and this woman's just resting nicely against a tree. There's some growth growing up the side of the tree. There's a lot of green. You'll share some heart together. You'll just be happy to be in each other's lives. It'll just be a nice feeling to have that particular person. And I guarantee you, they are going to treat you quite nice. So thanks for that, guys. Pile 1, that was the planet pile. Thank you very much. Let's put this back here. Okay, pile 2, the astronaut. Now let's see what's going on here. The sickle. Okay, just let me channel for a minute. Spirit is saying that this person has been hurt. I actually see more than one party in this person's life. Now, before you click off or get alarmed, what Spirit is saying is that the person that they've had a genuine relationship with could have been having an affair, could have had numerous affairs, or even just cheated numerous times, or was deceitful when it comes to things surrounding that, or was quite promiscuous and wouldn't just, submit to her partner. I don't bloody know. Also, they're saying that there could likely or most definitely be an open relationship situation with this person. They've been through that, or they're open or susceptible to polyamory. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean it is. If you are in that way of life, well, this message is for you. If you're not in that way of life, the message is that this person was deceived and hurt and heartbroken from a partner being unfaithful. And they've cut and slashed. Look, they've cut this rose out of their life. They have, you know how sharp a sickle is? Geez. They have spent a lot of time and a lot of energy working on themselves. It's been quite hard for them. It's been quite difficult. But at the same time, look, imagine if that rose had thorns on it. They've experienced some genuine pain, but they've dug in deep. They've got their hands dirty and worked on themselves to push past that, because, look at all the scratches in the background that hacked away at getting back to basic, getting rid of that heartache. Wow. Next card. Sorry. Crossroads. Okay. Yep. Well, this coincides with the other one. Just give me a sec. Oh, it's quite a heavy energy, this pile. Okay, so Spirit is saying that this person most definitely has been mistreated in relationships. Now, that's not to say they're the perfect partner or the be-all or end-all in the whole wide world, but Spirit is saying that they had been unfairly mistreated. Now, they either have been at a crossroads in their life. Again, there's 3 paths here, so again, it could be third party, and third party doesn't always mean cheating. Third party could be interference from a family member. Third party could be a boss, or, different things. It's not always another partner, but there is definitely that energy into this card here. And Spirit is saying that this person had been at a crossroads. I had to make a choice. Now, it looks like to me, you probably can't see it properly, that this card, this lantern here is lit more than this one. So they've chosen the path. They know exactly what path they've gone down. They've been at the crossroads. They've stood at the light here and gone, you know what? Or they're in the light. The light's been shining on them. Spirits help them. They're saying, I'm ready to move on. I've got some war wounds. I'm still a little hurt, but I've done the work. I've been able to get through the shrub, the bullshit, the drama, the heartache. I've come up to the crossroads and they've made a decision now. So I think that they're ready to date somebody. They're ready to actually maybe have a relationship somehow, but they're not so much ready to, get married and have kids, for example. This card says balancing act. Yeah, they've definitely been cheated on. They have definitely been hurt. Now, I'm actually thinking that they in turn had found out and had gone and done something back like that. Cheated on the partner when they found the partner had cheated on them, and that was just purely like a fuck you. You've cheated on me. How dare you? Now I'm doing it to you. But they've learned from that. There's been a lot of growth here. Like one of these cards, says number 10. Then we've gone into an 11. But the balancing act 22 as well, powerful number. So they have had to deal with a lot. They might have children or a child with an ex-partner, and this ex-partner could be the third party. They could just be making this person's life a living fucking hell. But she's hanging on to the cord, and at a moment's notice, she's just going to let go. Woof. There's angelic intervention. They are safe. It says balancing act, but they're quite stable. They're standing in a stationary position. It's not them that's swaying in the breeze. It's this boat. Don't rock the boat, basically, and that's what they've done. They rock the boat. They could see through it. It's on a crystal ball. So they have done a lot of work, guys. They've got a lot to balance, so they might have to pay really high amounts of child support. They might be going through court for custody or shared custody of their child or what have you when you meet them. So just be respectful of that and just be patient. Look, there's love coming down here. Their heart's been shattered. That doesn't mean they're broken and unfixable. It just means they've experienced some heartache. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Yeah. See all these arms? It's like they're out to grab this girl. She's like in the queen of her own space. There's a desert behind her. She's ready. She's moved. She understands what a boundary is. And so does this person in this pile that will be coming into your life. They have learnt the hard way. They might have lost everything that was important to them in this last relationship that they had or what have you. They must have really been through some hell because they've got nothing left. But now they realise sky's the limit. Look, the world is their oyster. The galaxy's behind them. They're ready to rumble. But all these hands are grasping out at them, and they've had to learn some really hard boundaries and been taught lessons about boundaries in ways that mightn't have been their own doing. So yeah, they're good, they're solid. Don't think that they're not, they're going to be a blubbering mess or they've got too much baggage. Everybody's got baggage, guys. But it says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? And this is just letting you know that they have done this. They have actually done this boundary work, and kudos to them. These cards here are possible star signs. So it says Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Pisces. Again, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Pisces. Now, Spirit, can you please tell me when you think these guys will meet or possibly get into some sort of a, casual but consistent dating relationship? Spirit's saying you might already know who this person is. If you don't know them directly, like you don't think straight away, oh, that's such and such. You will meet them through mutual friends. There's definitely a polyamorous or third party scenario involving this. You might know somebody who's in a polyamorous relationship. Might be a friend of yours and you meet a friend of one of her partners, and that's how you meet this person, for example. So again, there's no gender specification. Doesn't matter what your sexual preferences are. This covers everybody. All my readings do, unless specifically specify. But yeah, so Spirit is saying you already know this person. And it could also be somebody that you haven't seen for a really long time, and they just sort of come in, they just roll into town. They've just come back into town, haven't lived there for 10 years, and they've come back. Or you've moved, to a new city and you run into somebody that you grew up with, and all of a sudden you spark this romance. There's definitely somebody that you know. And be open to how you meet them, like I said. You just never know. It could be if you're a mutual friend, but you definitely do have a connection to this person already. It says, so these particular cards I've pulled out, shuffled and pulled them out to see what career you could be in or what career or job they could possibly be in, just as indicators. It says support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Okay. There's a medical, the snakes and stuff symbol in the background, and there's an angel hanging off here. So you could be a healer, you could be a light worker, they could be a healer, they could be a light worker. You could work with Archangel Raphael. You could be meeting a person who works in the medical industry. They could be a doctor, they could be a nurse, they could be a dental hygienist, they could be a school nurse. You know, they could be anything. They could be somebody that delivers blood from one place where they take blood to the other, for example. Like whatever it is, it's something to do with the medical industry. It doesn't mean that they're a doctor, but it just means, I mean, it could just be paperwork. They could be doing, could be a medical receptionist. They could be. They might deliver you know, medical equipment to, or, you know, change over batteries for like heart defibrillators and stuff around the public. Who knows? But there's definitely a medical element, and it could also be you as well. Next one, builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Okay, so there's a man on here, and obviously he's a builder. But if you're not a builder and they're not a builder, or they don't have absolutely zero link whatsoever to the building industry, and to be honest, guys, it's fucking huge, the building industry. Multiple different jobs in surrounding the building industry. They could be building people up. So this guy's looking up ahead of him. So if they don't work in the building industry, or you don't, you could work in an industry where you build people up. And build them up as in, you could be a makeup artist. You might do wedding makeup. You know, they could be a life coach. They could be a a manifesting fucking whatever. Like it's whatever. It could be about building people up, people's morale. They could work at youth camps. They could work with families who are grieving at this time. You know, and they're there to help build the stronger supports and build these people together. It's a bit deep. Okay, books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Okay, so obviously this speaks for itself. Books. Do you read? Do you write? Are you an author? Are they an author? Are they a journalist? Do they, you know, are they a secretary? Are you a secretary? Are you a personal assistant? Do you work in a library? Do you read books to children? Whatever it is, it's something to do with books. You could be a bookkeeper. You could be an accountant. Even though there's not numbers here, there's still books. It's involving books. I mean, you could work at a bloody big place that has all school supplies and stuff, you know. Or they could work on the forklift in a place like that. You know, you've got to think outside the square. Okay, these cards here are just clarifiers and indicators, right? And it says here, cloak, concealment. Oh, okay. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is that they have got things to hide, or you do. And it doesn't mean they're sneaky or secretive. Concealment doesn't necessarily mean you're hiding something negative. It could just mean you take a while to open up. You're hiding your feelings or emotions. You don't know how to tell them, you know, like you might know this person again, like Spirit says, you know this person, and that's why they're saying to me, they're not giving me a time frame as to when you would be in a relationship with this person, because it's up to the individual now. This particular pile, there's other things surrounding it. Again, concealment, like I said, you might meet this person, be dating them for 3 months until they disclose that they've got legal proceedings going on for a daughter or a child or something to that degree. So that's what the concealment is. But like Spirit said, there's no specific time frame for this pile, because you know who they are, or you will meet them through somebody very soon. But yeah, there's something, you know, what are you hiding? You know, are you hiding something? And it doesn't have to be negative. You might like somebody. It might be you that sees this pile and approaches them. Hearth. Homecoming. Oh, this is a lovely card. Okay, so what Spirit's saying is that you will feel like home to each other. You will have an instant connect. Like I said, you probably already know them, or you will meet them through people that you know. You have a lovely connect with this person. They feel like home to you, and vice versa. It doesn't mean you're living together straight away or anything like that. It just means that you feel at peace with one another. You really enjoy each other's company. And a quiet night in like this, you know, the fire's going and stuff, you know, homecoming. Passion, fire. There could be a fire sign. There's this woman, she's dancing. She's got this fiery passion coming from without of her, you know. And they could be very passionate. So I'm just hearing some information here. Spirit is saying that whoever you end up with has a very quirky sex drive. Their needs are very, very different. Don't be alarmed at whatever they're into. It's not scary or going to hurt you in any way, but Spirit is saying that they have a different level of needs, but they're very, very passionate. They're very attentive and they're very passionate lovers. They will make sure all your needs are met, and passion doesn't just mean having sex or foreplay. Passion could be, they give your foot a rub. They'll say, go put a face mask on and lay down on the couch. I'm going to give you a foot rub. It's like that. It's that type of passion. It's passion for you. They're passionate about you. Okay, dedication and altar. Yep. So Spirit is saying that this person, between you both, so there's 2 candles and there's 2 statues and there's 2 candles and a chalice. So Spirit is saying that you will have a genuine dedication to each other. Once you start dating and the dust settles and you get into each other a bit better, again, homecoming and dedication. Spirit is saying that you guys will have a genuine dedication to each other, that you will understand that what you have is unique and it's different and it's nice and it's going to be really healthy for you both. But this person has been hurt. They've been broken, and you need to be very delicate with your approach and just let them gauge things. Just let them ease into the relationship a bit more gently than what you are, even though you might see it from a mile off and go, we're totally going to be together for the next 5 years or whatever. Don't just say that to them. Just let them ease in, because they have been broken. And they actually had all these sweet nothings whispered to them by somebody that snapped them in half, basically. They were lied to numerous times. So, yeah. So, interesting. Okay, we're going to pull a couple of the Lucy Cavendish Blessed Be cards. Oops, sorry. Titty smack there. Can I have some more, please, Spirit? 1 or 2 more would be good. I did 3 for the other. So, these are Celtic blessing cards. Just a blessing on whatever's going on for you. Okay, that's 1 more. 1 more, please. Yeah. This pile, I feel uncomfortable for them in a sense where, they have been really hurt, but they've really worked on themselves. I'm not being sympathetic. Oh, poor people. I can just really feel the energy. Like, holy shit! Like, what their main. Can't even get my words out. So maybe they can't. Maybe they couldn't wrap their head around the heartache that they went through, because their overall feeling was, where the fuck did that come from? What have I done to deserve this? Why has this person gone to this degree and really hurt me like this? And it was shocking, but that's okay. They're okay now. It says a blessing of protection. Oh, wow. See this woman? She's beautiful. She's got her cloaky on. She's got her all-seeing eye crystal stone up the top there. Spirit is saying that your relationship with this person that you know, or you will know soon, you'll meet through mutual friends, or you'll meet through people that you know somehow, or an event, like you might do karate, or you might do soccer, or you might do kickboxing or yoga, and you meet them through there. However it is, you guys are protected. You are safe to have a relationship with this person, and they are safe to have a relationship with you, and you guys will realize that pretty soon. It says a blessing for a mother. Okay. So either you are a mother, or the person that you're going to be dating is a mother, or you are maternal in a sense where you're a nurturer. It doesn't matter your gender, you might be a nurturer. So maybe also, thanks Spirit, I've just got a little tap on the shoulder by Spirit. They're saying that maybe whoever's you're going to be dating, or you yourself, a member of your family has been quite unwell, and that's been the third party with a heartache. I did say family could be involved on that crossroads. So maybe somebody's mother's been unwell, or your mother's been unwell, and that could be what the third party situation is. I think I've just repeated that, but that's okay. But either way, a blessing for a mother. And the last card says a blessing for good work. Oh, look at the little bird, he's got a crown on. Okay, this girl's happy. And what Spirit is saying is that if you put in the hard work, you're going to have your just rewards. Look at her. Look at her garland on her head. Oh, it's just fabulous. Look at these big flowers hanging over the side. A kingfisher, I think that's a kingfisher. I don't know what kingfishers represent specifically, but I do know birds mean messages from angels and the angelic realm and spirit in general. You're going to be the king or the queen of your castle. All the hard work that you've done in yourself to get you to prepare for a relationship as with this person, you've earned your crown. You're going to be happy. Look, she's beautiful. A blessing for good work. This is really going to be a healthy relationship, guys. But remember, they have been really badly broken, and they will just need a bit of tender love and care. So, take a breath. Thank you very much for watching. please like, share and subscribe. Drop a comment. I'd love to have a comment in there. I'd love to have a conversation or be able to respond to somebody. So take care. Much love, Amethyst.